Okay.
They're not the, you know, the wafer ones,
Yeah.
the risky business ones, but they're remade.
Okay, I know the wafer ones are risky business.
Yeah.
Sawdust gotta have them.
Yeah.
Anytime, sir.
All right, you know, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I never lie to you. I've read this book 12 times, Point of Impact. Favorite
Really?
book of all time.
Wow.
You were not Bobby Lee Swagger.
No.
Then because in my mind, I already had him pictured, and you know, they took a few liberties. Now, you are Bobby Lee Swagger.
Thank you.
I gotta shake your
Thank you,
hand.
sir.
I've given that book to so many people. It is the ultimate novel, and now it's the ultimate film.
Yeah. Stephen Hunter's awesome.
Yeah, and of course, you know, there's so much more to come, you know, but you can do more. I gotta tell you though, jumping right to that, the first thing that we see in this movie is, how cool would it be to have a dog that could actually get your own beer for you?
Well, the trick is to make sure that you give him at least half of every beer that he gets you. That dog was trained. If I didn't give him beer, he wouldn't go the second take and go get the beer. So we had to actually use real beer and keep giving it to him. So I didn't actually sip it, I just let him chug it.
No problems about sharing food and
Nothing, no, are you kidding?
not.
No, I love that dog.
Let's talk about Bobby Lee Swagger, because what I loved that you got and nailed was the stillness. You literally, and the breathing,
Yeah.
which is a big part of the book.
Oh, definitely. Well, I went to sniper training, and we met a real Marine sniper named Patrick Garrity, who ended up working on the entire film with us. And you know, I knew that these guys were going to be around. I wanted to make him proud. I wanted to make Steven proud. And every time I do something, I want it to be as real as possible. And the more I have to do to prepare, the better I feel about it, because I want to become this guy. I want to live in this world and not step outside of it until it's over, and then hopefully have a little bit of myself left to go on to the next thing.
When I think of the book, one of the main things I think about is the falling scene when the setup and it crashes through there. In today's world of high tech and special effects, are they able to do that now easier, or is that just?
No, we wanted to go and do it the old-fashioned way. I mean, we set out to make an old-fashioned, character-driven movie, and we wanted to be consistent all the way around. So there's very little effects, only when it was really dangerous, like, you know, exploding helicopter, you know, and they would put flames around it or something like that. But other than that, we went out and did it.
Yeah, like you got dragged by a garbage boat?
I got dragged by a barge, and it was so funny because Antoine was on another boat, and when I showed up, nobody was around except the people on that particular boat. And I was like, well, this water's really dirty, and I got Antoine on the radio, and I said, this is cool. He goes, well, that's why you get the big bucks, and he turned the walkie off. I never talked to him after that, and I had a wetsuit on. And I, for whatever reason, I didn't think, but I immediately took on like 50 pounds of water in the wetsuit and almost got dragged into the barge, so I had to take that off. But, you know, the audience feels like it's really me, and that's key, you know. And playing a guy like Swagger, who's one of the most honorable men ever on screen, you know, you got to show up.
Yeah, there's one of the most breathtaking scenes is in the finale. It's a scene on a mountaintop. Do you ever just stop? I'm working and just kind of look around and say, oh my God.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but it was crazy too, because we had to be helicoptered up and helicoptered down. There was no trailers, there was no luxuries, it was just the bare essentials. And you know, the only thing I was missing was a snowboard. I wanted to go. Yeah. You know, but it was just awesome. I mean, when you look at the movie in its entirety, it's just gigantic, you know.
I don't know if you know the answer to this question, but I remember 6 or 8 years ago seeing on the novel a little sticker that says soon to be a motion picture. How long did this take? Why did this take so long?
It took a long time. I remember running into Sherry Lansing at the Oscars, and she was talking about how excited she was to see the movie, and how many years she spent trying to get it made, from the likes of like Robert Redford to Keanu Reeves. I mean, it's just, you know, and my opinion is the best script that I read in the last 5 years. I mean, even right up there with The Departed. And, you know, nobody had made it. So thank God for me.
And thank you for not screwing up my favorite book.
My pleasure. I appreciate that. You know, and believe me, when I saw Steven in Washington, that was our big concern. We wanted to make him and the guys that really go out there